I like that you can tell this movie is made by a boy and only for boys. Today I am watching Fight Club for the first time. Don't fucking kill me. Don't kill me. I think I know what happens. That's why I haven't watched it, because I'm pretty sure I know the plot twist. It's giving Sixth Sense kind of vibe. What I do know is that, well, hopefully, there might be some fighting and there might be some club. I hope to God it's not both, because that would be bad. Fight Club? I don't want to go to the club and fight. Like, that's not fun. Like, let's all get violent. Okay, I'm starting the goddamn movie. For fuck's sakes! Fucking lock in. Lock in. Did I go cross-eyed? I have a problem. I am 1 minute in. I didn't expect all these weird transitions and shots. Like, it's very already, it looks really nice. I don't know how I feel about the narration. I know it's probably important. I've never fucked with a movie that's like that. Maybe I have. Maybe I'm being a bitch. I'll shut up. Brad Pitt. He's in this movie. Kind of forgot. I know he's the poster. I know I'm a big knobhead. I'm a big fucking knobhead, innit? Big fan of Bob's fucking tits, though. Okay, enough. Big fan of this guy's fucking tits. Big fan. I'm a big fan of this. I'm already a big fan of the way this is shot. Like, the scene where he's showing his living room and, like, all the price tags. I like this. But it's giving, like, I'm quirky and I hate consumerism. Which, like, yeah. Like, yeah, but, like, yeah? You know? Like, it's like, ugh. Okay. I'm just gonna show, because I think it's brilliant, but, like, not now. Like, I'm watching this far too fucking late. Like, when this came out, it would be like, oh my god, like, he's clocking my tea, but now it's like, I know my tea and I don't care. I do care, by the way. Fuck you, actually. Fuck you. The setup is that he has insomnia. So, already, unreliable narrator. He wakes up at random times of the night and does shit, and he has no idea what he's doing. I don't like the sound of that. I think this has something to do with the plot. Fuck you. I also think these subtle 1 second flashes of a person, presumably Brad Pitt, has something to do with it. It might be nothing. It might mean nothing. He's addicted to going to group therapy? Huh? Huh? I like that premise. I'm just being... guys, I fucking said it. I'm being a bitch. I'm being a dumb bitch. I'm sorry. I like this premise. What is his name? What's his name? Do we know his name? Because... does he have a name? I don't understand what's happening. Okay, the most I know this bitch is in one of the... Oh, Mr. Todd, what a dream. You know that Tim Burton movie? She just walked into the room. That's where I'm at. 11 minutes and 45 seconds. Do I fucking talk too much or something? No. So far, there's been some funny lines and there's been some really cliche, annoying ones. If I had a tumor on my mouth or something, I'd name it Marla. That's fun. And then there's one that's like, I come here because people really listen to you when they think that you're dying. I would argue that's not true, even more so, because they're more worried about them dying. I don't know. I don't think I would be any better of a listener. I think it would make me way worse, because I'm way more concerned with when I'm gonna fucking kick the bucket. I don't know, and I think this plot is weird so far. I don't get it yet. I get it, okay? I'll give it a fucking... There's this entire 5-minute montage of him just listing the stuff around him. He's like, bottle of soap, plane, chicken. Like, I don't get that type of narration, because you're telling me what I'm seeing. I have perceptual vision. I can perceive things. You don't have to tell me what they are. I think I know. That is one thing that just kind of irks me. This whole montage is him being like, Q-tips, this is what a Q-tip is. And then I get this pot roast dinner on the plane, and they only give me 1 thing of sugar. Why don't you just, like, live? Like, shut up, maybe? I don't know. One thing I'm noticing is that our narrator, main character, never says his name. Like, it's, like, weird. Like, Tyler calls him, and he's like, who is this? And he avoids the question. He won't answer. He just goes, oh, you're the guy from the plane, right? Brad Pitt randomly appears in the plane seat next to him when our narrator was just talking to a black woman in that same place. I think I do know what the plot twist is. I'm pretty sure it's that he's, like, not real or something. But, like, if I were watching this for the first time with no knowledge, it just looks like continuity error. I feel like if it was, like, purposeful, I don't know. I know it's trying to be, like, slick, but I would have noticed that and been suspicious regardless of the time period, I think. Yeah, also, Tyler Durden steals a car, and there are no repercussions. Like, he steals some guy's car outside the airport, and it's just... We already have the background knowledge that our narrator sees flashes of things, and it was very, very quick. Like, I don't know. I feel weird about it. This guy loves nothing more than a fourth wall break. It's just like, and this happens, and by the way, Tyler likes to do this. Okay. Yeah, no, people were interacting with Brad Pitt in the beginning, so I don't get it. I like that you can tell this movie is made by a boy and only for boys, because what is all this? He's like, masculinity is not wearing Calvin Klein underwear. Yeah. Do guys think that? Because I don't know a single woman who's ever thought that. What the fuck are you talking about? This is so... Man. Oh my god. Oh my god. And if the whole thing is that neither of them are real, they've both been interacted with by other people. So I don't fucking... That, you can't tell me that because it's not consistent. Tyler has talked to... People have greeted him. And same with the fucking narrator. They, like, directly are talking to him. Unless they're looking past him and they show us that later, then I think that's a bunch of fucking shite. Yay, I get to watch two boys talk about what historical figure they would want to beat up. That's my favorite. I could have watched any fucking shitty podcast. Just put on Fresh and Fit or some shit. Yay, I get to watch two boys talk about fighting for 2 hours and 19 minutes. That's exactly what I've been waiting for. The vibe is that Tyler Durden is the narrator's funny little persona that he puts on. I don't find this interesting at all, actually. I don't like a movie where the intention is to make you confused into the last minute, because it feels like there's a payoff because you're finally not confused anymore. But the payoff is just that. It's like, thank God, like, there's a conclusion. It's not like, like, this is crazy. It's just like, you know. I'm not even halfway through, so I should probably stop talking. But I can't. You came here for my opinion, and now I'm giving it, and now you don't want it. Rude. Fucking rude. Moral of the story, women ruin everything. The vibe is that he's slowly morphing into this persona of Tyler. That's why he never sees Marla and her in the same room, because he's the one that's fucking her, but he has, like, multiple personalities and problems, and he obviously blew up his own apartment. Obviously. Like, I'm just getting annoyed. Like, this is annoying. He's fighting with his boss, except he's fighting himself. I think this might be some form of foreshadowing. And then he was like, this reminds me of my first fight with Tyler. That wasn't real, because you just beat yourself up. Hello? Like, we have established that he's very good at playing pretend. And he's also very good at beating himself up. I think that gives something away. I obviously get it. What's the guy's name? I really like this actor, though. Who's playing the narrator? Sorry, I just ripped ass. My bad. Okay, enough. I don't hate the movie. I think it's... Right now, I think it's kind of blah. But I do think it's funny that it's just like, oh, boy like vandalism and boy like chaos. Boy like fighting. All boy like fighting. So that means we have to do, like, lots of fighting. Like, guys. Unreal amounts of fighting and violence. Like, how is this fun? I'm not having fun. This doesn't feel as intelligent as it wants to be. It's lacking some substance for me. I don't think I'm the audience, if I'm honest, and I think we know that. So I'm not hating because it's so well done, and that's really, that's what's got me. The acting is great. A detail I actually really, really, really fucking enjoy is they talk about facial reconstruction surgery and that Tyler Durden does it all the time. Obviously, narrator is Tyler Durden. I fucking get it. He's just like, Tyler Durden's kind of not real, but like sometimes he like almost exists. I don't know. Anyway, I like Jared Leto is a character and then he gets his face beat the fuck in and then another actor replaces him but still has those light eyebrows. It's like a very particular look. Like no one else has that look. And then he comes back but he's not the same actor. I need to look. I'm going to do a side-by-side after because I hope I'm not confusing myself. He's Tyler Durden. I think it's pretty evident in the first half of the movie when they're hooking up with that girl and they're never in the same room. Pretty obvious that he has like multiple personality disorder or something. And then he goes like, why do you keep coming to us? And she's like, us? It's just you. And we're supposed to ignore that line, which makes no sense. There's so many like hints. Maybe it's just hindsight, but I feel like even if I didn't know the fucking twist, this would be obvious to me that there's something wrong here. Like, what's going on? And okay, I like the twist, but then Brad Pitt ruins it by being like, I am everything you wish you were. Yeah, that's like the whole point of the fucking movie. Because you're like super anti everything. Anti like public, like anti like normal, like fitting in with society. It's pretty evident. You destroyed his apartment because you are him and he's not able to do it himself. The speech feels so unnecessary to me. It should have just been like, I am you. Because I'm better than you. And you know it. And you couldn't do this by yourself. That's it. He doesn't need to be like, yeah, and I blew up your apartment because blah, blah, blah. Shut up. Shut up. Sorry. I'm being a bitch. Sorry. To be fair, I've seen a few movies that do what Fight Club does. And I've seen them before I watched Fight Club. Enemy with Jake Gyllenhaal. Sixth Sense. Enemy was ass. It did the whole thing too bad. Like where you're kind of confronting yourself in the form of someone else. That movie was bad. I think this would be a good idea when it came out. And I think now it has ramifications and it's so full of itself. And I think the fact that everybody loves it makes me want to hate it because I genuinely hate the fact that I kind of want to be contrarian sometimes. But I also don't love the movie. Like, I think it's overly, like, it knows it was going to be popular with guys, and so it made it so much more. I just feel like with movies, it also reminds me of Memento. It's, like, confusing and annoying, and it's not, like, rewarding. It's just like, oh, that's what's been happening. Like, Sixth Sense did it in a way that it's, like, it's not violent. It's, like, soft, and it hits you because it's, like, oh my gosh, like you're confronted with the reality of death. And this is just kind of like you're confronted with schizophrenia. And people loved how schizo he was and then followed him and made this club because they saw some schizo freak beat himself up and they didn't assume that he was on crack. I don't know. I don't find this compelling. I really love the acting. Some of the shots are excellent, like awesome. And I'm not a movie critic or anything. It's just like, I feel like it could have been done in a more interesting way. I don't know how, don't ask me. But I think maybe if Tyler was functioning at one point, we don't really know about his mental health beforehand or why he has sleep. Like, I don't care about this character at all. I have no feelings towards him. Because I don't know anything about him except that he's schizophrenic and that he's kind of a piece of shit. And I get that might be the point, that he's like a piece of shit and he's like has insomnia. But then why would I care? Out of anyone I'm rooting for Marla. Because, like, she's a real person who has, like, an actual addiction to Xanax. And is with this fucking loser. Like, she has no self-respect. She's with this guy with fucking triple personality. I don't know. Let me finish. I have 10 minutes left. Let me finish this up. I don't take back what I said. I do think the premise of this movie is ridiculous. That you could get a bunch of people to keep, like, a secret like this. I know it's a fucking movie. I know that. But I do like the scene where he's telling on himself, and they're like, "We knew you would do that, Tyler Durden. And you told us to cut off your balls if you did this, because we knew you would do this." And he's like, "Please, guys, we're aborting the mission." And he's like, "Yeah, you told us you would say that as well." But, like, why? Like, if you just actually, like, take a minute to think about, like, the psychology of all these people, it's like, there's no way the people this stupid who just want to punch things could keep a secret and could be, like, this sly about cutting off a man's balls. Or, like, working in a big job. Like, they're not smart enough to have big job. They smart enough to have small job. Like, they've infiltrated everywhere. I like the concept, though. Obviously, it's not realistic. None of this movie is, because it's a movie. But I do like the concept that, like, they own everything now. Like, they are everywhere. Yeah, that's pretty cool, I guess. You met me at a very movie time in my life. I just finished Fight Club. I don't know what to say. I don't know what... I think the ending shot is cool. I like the acting. I love the cinematography. I thought there were some really fun shots. Overall, I think there's a lot of filler. I like to write, and one of the things you learn when you're editing or like taking editing courses is that filler, nobody likes filler. Filler in movies is different because you can fill it with fun visual stuff and like words and like some interesting quotes now and then, but a lot of this movie was useless narration, narrating what's around you, when you could have just seen that with your own eyes. Nobody wants that exposition, I think. I mean, I don't fuck with that at all. Overall, it's a movie for boys who think they are different. It is not that good. I don't get how it's one of the most critically acclaimed films in the world, because everything, everywhere, all at once to me was like better. And it's like the same kind of like weird vibe. You don't really understand what's going on, except it's like cool. Because I was thinking like fight scenes, and there's like fights in that, but it's like fun and they mean something. The logic was a little bit flawed for me because sometimes they were both interacting at the same time. And you can argue like, oh no, but he wasn't like looking at him. Okay, but he talked to him and then he talked to the other one. So I don't care which one's real at which time and which one he's being at the time. I don't care. I just think your logic is flawed and I don't want to hear it. I'm just kidding, kind of. Yeah, I'm expecting to have a fucking mob show up at my door and shoot me in the fucking face and then recruit me to Fight Club. Because nobody likes to say anything bad about this movie because you're immediately shot on sight. I'm surprised there's not a red dot on my forehead right now. Yeah, I thought it was okay. It definitely isn't what everybody says it is. I think people are being pretentious when they say it's amazing. It's also the same way I hate... It's also the same way I don't like Dead Poet Society. I think that is so for boys, and it's so pretentious, because it's like, like boy stuff. Like, boys can't fight whatever they want. Boys can't write poetry. That vibe for me. Not for me. Not for me. Sorry. And that's okay. Not everything has to be for me. I enjoyed the watching experience. Would I watch it again? Absolutely not. I hated it. I'm kidding, kind of. I don't know. Yeah, thanks.